People who were kicked out of their homes. What happened? I taught my cousins a secret skill that exposed our family's arranged marriage business and got us all disowned in one night. You see, my grandfather wasn't just traditional, he was trading us. Every girl in our family had a price tag from the moment she became a teenager. The marriage contracts were already signed, money already exchanged, and our husbands were chosen based on who paid the most, not who we were compatible with. The bidding system was like a twisted auction. Potential grooms would visit during family dinners, inspecting us like livestock while discussing our value with Grandpa. They'd examine our teeth, comment on our height, and ask about our cooking skills. The girl who attracted the highest bid got praised as bringing honor to the family. The ones with lower offers were shamed for being burdens. It actually sounds insane saying it out loud, but this was just normal life for us. At family gatherings, my uncles would compete over whose daughter commanded the highest bride price. Priya's marriage brought in $15,000. Uncle Raj would boast. Uncle Dev would smirk back, that's nothing. We got $20,000 for Mira, and she was barely 18. When people asked about our young marriages, they'd smile and talk about preserving tradition. I was barely an adult and panicking because I'd overheard Grandpa negotiating my arrangement to a much older man who already had 2 wives. I loved reading, dreaming about college, making jokes with my friends. The thought of being locked in some stranger's house, having his babies, and never speaking unless spoken to made me want to disappear. Everything changed when Miss Rodriguez taught us basic Spanish in 8th grade. She mentioned that many families use Spanish as a secret language when they don't want others to understand. My brain exploded with possibilities. I started teaching my younger cousins Spanish phrases during our mandatory domestic training sessions, where we learned cooking and cleaning. Within weeks, we were having full conversations in Spanish while serving dinner to potential grooms. Este hombre es horrible. This man is horrible, my cousin would whisper while pouring tea. Tengo miedo, I'm scared. Another would respond while clearing plates. During family meetings where our marriages were discussed, we'd quietly translate everything for each other, finally understanding what was really happening to us. The breakthrough came when my cousin Sophia whispered in Spanish, they're planning to trade Maria next week. She's too young. That's when I realized we weren't just being married off, we were being forced into arrangements. The money exchanges, the age requirements, the complete lack of choice, it was all wrong. Everything exploded at my engagement ceremony. I was supposed to meet my husband and accept the marriage contract in front of 50 family members. As Grandpa started reading the terms, how much he'd been paid, when I'd move in, how many children were expected, I stood up and said something I'd never said before. No, I'm barely legal age. This is wrong. The room went dead silent. Grandpa's face turned purple with rage, but then something beautiful happened. All 6 cousins stood up with me and started speaking in Spanish, telling everyone exactly what had been happening to us. The adults realized we'd been communicating this whole time and went ballistic. That's when Sophia pulled out her phone and said in perfect English, we recorded everything. The money exchanges, the age discussions, all of it. She'd been documenting our conversations and the adults' negotiations for months. My husband grabbed the phone and smashed it, but it was too late. Sophia had already uploaded everything to social media and sent copies to the police. Within an hour, our house was surrounded by squad cars and social workers. Grandpa was arrested while still wearing his ceremonial clothes. As they put him in handcuffs, he screamed at us, "You've destroyed your own family. You'll have nothing without us." The last thing he said was, "Don't come crawling back when you're begging on the streets." We didn't crawl back. Child Services placed us with foster families who let us go to school, choose our own clothes, and speak whenever we wanted. Grandpa got 2 years behind bars. Sometimes getting kicked out means you escaped control disguised as tradition.